Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the next story. And this one's another one from Gabon, and it's called A Falling Bottle. A Falling Bottle by Priel, who's 16. Priel Ndong. 13-year-old Priel Ndong swept the floor of his house in Libreville, Gabon, on a lazy summer afternoon. After the floor was clean, he picked up a green bucket and walked to an outdoor tap. Nobody in his neighbourhood had running water in their homes, so they all went to the tap with buckets to get water for drinking and bathing. Priel carried 4 heavy buckets of water into the house and emptied them into a large basin. That was a lot of hard work, and he felt tired after lugging the water. He took a short nap on his bed afterward. He felt refreshed and went out on the front porch to read a book. Sitting down on a white plastic chair, he opened a Christian book and began to read. Not more than 5 minutes later, he heard a noise from upstairs. Ear! He looked up. His family lived on the first floor of a 2-story building, and neighbours lived on the second floor. Ear! Priel tried to understand the noise. Ear! It sounded like a glass bottle rolling on the floor. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Ear! Suddenly a voice said, "Get up and go." Priel felt annoyed and asked himself, "Why should I move? I'm reading a book here." Then he thought, that voice was no accident. I'd better move. He got up and took a step away from the chair. At that moment, a large green wine bottle fell from the neighbour's balcony above and crashed onto the porch right in front of the chair where he had been sitting. His head had been directly in the path of the bottle. The glass bottle shattered into small pieces. Priel jumped with affright at the sound. Not one piece of glass hit him. He was safe. Then he remembered feeling annoyed about the voice telling him to move. Then he remembered, he felt ashamed. God had protected him in a remarkable way. In his bedroom, he prayed, "Thank you, Lord. If you had not been there, I don't know what would have happened to me." Priel has never forgotten how God protected him on that summer day. "I learned a lesson," he said. "God is so kind. He didn't want me to be injured, and he spared me from a serious accident." We should always listen to God. 3 years ago, part of the 13th Sabbath offering helped construct a high school for 280 students in Priel's hometown of Libreville in Gabon. Thank you for planning a big 13th Sabbath offering this quarter to help build more schools in 2 other African countries, Guinea and Liberia. And this is a little fact at the end of the story. Avindu National Park is located 362 kilometres from Libreville in east-central Gabon. It is bisected by the equator and contains the famous Kongu Falls and Langau Bay, one of the 5 most important forest clearings in Africa. A variety of wildlife, such as forest elephants, gorillas, chimpanzees, and birds, can be found there. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this story of Priel, and we will see you next week for another children's mission story. Thanks very much for listening. Take care. Bye-bye.